So Tertullian, early in the 3rd century, is saying, we don't want to have nothing to do with this stuff. Here is what he says, admonishing Christians not to partake in Saturnalia. So he says here, the Minervalia are as much Minervas as the Saturnalia is Saturns, all right, which must necessarily be celebrated even by little slaves at the time of the Saturnalia. New Year's gifts likewise be caught at, and the septimonium be kept, and all the presents of midwinter and the feast of dear kinsmanship must be exacted. The schools were wreathed with flowers, flaming wives, and aediles sacrificed. The school is honored on the appointed holy days. He says the same thing takes place on an idol's birthday. Every pomp of the devil is frequented. Who will think that these things are befitting to a Christian master? So Tertullian, early in the 3rd century, is saying, we don't want to have nothing to do with this stuff. This stuff is to be taken part of by heathens, by pagans, by these people. This is not something that Christians have ever been, even from early in the 3rd century, encouraged and not only encouraged, but admonished not to take part of. Does everybody understand? All right. So we got multiple sources on this. And so again, we talked about earlier about the Roman persecution. So let's take a look at it. Septimius Severus, early in the 3rd century, late 2nd century, early 3rd century, he desired religious harmony. And so he promotes religious syncretism. Anybody can tell me, what does that word mean? Religious syncretism. What is syncretism? Marquita, I heard you say something.
I was saying it was a combination of religious facets. So if it, for Christians, it would be Jesus plus blending that with, something else, maybe burning sage or messing around with crystals and, stuff like that.
Very good. Even gives an example.